Hey guys, good morning, happy Friday. So today's business networking tip is called Are You Really All Set? So I had a buddy go out to a networking event this week and he went over to one of his referral partners, introduced himself, and the guy looked at him and says, I'm all set, man. I'm already using somebody, happy with the relationship. I'm good, I'm set. My buddy's like, I'm standing there going, now what do I say, And you know what, sometimes you are all set. You don't need what the person's selling, but you're kind of missing the point potentially. So in this case, the guy's happy with the relationship he has, but how about trying to find a way to work together though? Say, hey, I'm happy with the people I'm doing business with, but tell me about what you're doing. Maybe I know someone who might need your services. Now you might say if the guy's so happy with the person he's using, he might just refer that person. In some cases it's true, but we always need a backup person. Things happen in life, things change, so you should always have a backup. But when you take that hard stance and you're just like, hey, I'm set, man, then, it ends the conversation right away, which is always a bad thing. And also, you lost a chance for that person to be a referral partner to you, because they might find a client for you and, that fits your needs and stuff. So try to think about it, saying, okay, let's talk about how I can help you. Tell me who a good client is for you. So that way if you come across somebody, you can recommend them. And sometimes it's geography, sometimes it's personality. There's a lot of reasons. But when you just take that hard line in the sand, like, hey, I'm good, man, it kills relationships. I've seen that happen with me where, someone will come to one of my networking events and I'll start talking to them a little bit and they're like, hey, man, I'm looking to join a networking group. I just wanted to come to the event tonight. I'm like, that's really cool. I ain't no problem with that, but let's talk a little bit so, hey, I know a little bit more about you. And, maybe you're going to find somebody who's looking for an additional networking opportunity. If you keep being pure about it, instead of just being like, look, I'm set, go away, that's just not a great way to network. And also, what happens is when you're not building those relationships, after a while, people will feel you're just a taker. You're there to, meet people who are going to give you business, but you're not open to giving other people business. That's bad networking karma, man. That's going to catch up to you after a while. So, like I said, again, it happens. People like, oh, are you interested in my services? And, the odds of that happening at that particular moment is often very low. But, try to keep the relationship open. Hey, right now I'm not looking for that types of goods or services. Let me know a little bit more about what you do, so maybe I'm going to come across somebody who does, or maybe something's going to change. This has happened to me where you have a vendor, you're like, hey, it's a good relationship, I'm happy with it, and then something changes. They're no longer, doing that type of service, or, you're reaching out to them for a job and they're busy. So just be cautious about, chopping people at the knees is what I call it. Just like, hey, I'm good, because sometimes you meet someone who's trying to sell you something that you're not interested in. Be polite about it. Hey, look, I'm not looking for that type of product right now. I'm not looking to get involved in another networking opportunity right now. But when you just harsh about it, it's bad karma, and then, that person may come across an opportunity for you. But what's going to happen? They're going to think about how you treated them and be like, you know what, I'm just going to pass, thanks. So that's today's networking tip, guys. As always, I'm interested in how you handle a situation when you're at an event and, you're talking to somebody and they give you the all set. Or, how maybe you're thinking about it saying, I've used that all set a number of times, and maybe I want to talk to the person again, because I find, like, using me as an example, I don't have a lot of needs, guys. Pizza and Mountain Dew is kind of my needs in life, mostly in my cell phone. I can't do videos without it. But, but I know a ton of people. So it's staying pure long enough to listen, saying, okay, I may not have an interest at all in that, but who do I know that does? Just knowing enough about it. So if someone says, hey, it happened to me last night, I had insomnia. I was Facebooking with a friend at like 2:15, and she asked me an opinion about something. And I'm like, okay, this is what I know about it, but you know what? I have some friends who used to be in that business. How about I introduce you to them so you can talk to them and see if you're going to do that? But because I knew from listening to my friends a little bit about the product, I was able to give her my opinion, which is that's all it is, and then just say, hey, but let me introduce you to people who actually were with that company who can give you better advice than me. So that's today's business networking tip, guys. As always, like I said, you make a great point. You got to remember the whole "you're selling through me, not to me" thing. That's one of the networking expressions, and the people who understand that get it. Because I find people come to a networking event and they're sad if they don't leave with a new client. And I'm like, well, okay, but if there's a place you go and you get a new client every time, man, let me know, because I want to come with you, because that sounds like a really good opportunity for all of us. But it's building relationships. It's getting people to know who you are, so that hopefully when they hear someone say, hey, I'm interested in this goods or services, they're going to reach out to you. All right, guys, so let me know what your thoughts are on this. What's happening to you when you're going out to events, and how do you handle that, hey, man, I'm all set type of thing? What's been some of the workarounds you've done? But also give some thoughts to maybe not using that expression anymore. It's okay to say, hey, I don't have a need for your goods or services right now. I'd like to know more so I can, try to help you. Because, I'm weird. I really like a firm now. If you're not interested, man, just smack me and tell me, no, I'm not interested. Because it happens, one of my friends was teasing me about that. I asked him about doing an online event, and he smiled. He goes, I know you like a firm, no, and you just got it. So we chuckled, but I appreciate it, because I hate trying to sell something to people who don't want it. We're doing some more online video networking events. I know it's the future. You guys aren't really there yet. Some of you are. But it's okay. If I know that's not your thing, then let's not talk about it anymore. I should go talk to somebody who is. So it's finding that balance between, being respectful to people, saying, hey, it's not a match for me, but also trying to find a way to work with them so you can build that relationship. I guess that's the best way to sum it up. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a truly dazzling day.